Open your eyes. On the table sits a stack of dirty cash and a loaded revolver. Welcome to your life. The life of Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. It doesn't start with white powder. It starts with granite, gravestones. You steal them from cemeteries, sand down the names of the dead, and resell them to the grieving. Cynical? Yes. But this is where you learn the ultimate truth. Death has no master, only a broker. Your mother was a teacher, your father a peasant. They taught you to be honest, but you watched honest men rot in poverty. You made a vow. By age 30, you'd have 1,000,000 pesos, or you'd put a bullet in your brain. You start with cars. You aren't just a thief. You are a logician. You understand that every object is just cargo moving from point A to point B. But cars are small change. The real money comes when you meet the white lady, cocaine. In the mid-70s, it was an elite product for the few. You decided to make it a commodity for every nose in America. You didn't create cocaine, you created the industry. You cut out the middleman like a surgeon removing a tumor. Remember Fabio Restrepo? You erased him and took everything. You unified the families, Ochoa, Gacha, Leather. The Medellin cartel was born. You buy one plane, then 10, then a fleet. You buy Norman's Cay in the Bahamas and turn it into a fortress. American radars see your planes, but your money makes the controllers look the other way. 15 tons a day. 500,000 pounds a week. You are burying Miami in snow in the middle of July. The money isn't flowing, it's flooding. You stop counting bills, you start weighing them by the ton. You spend $2,500 a month just on rubber bands. You are the richest man on earth that the world hasn't officially met yet. You buy 7,000 acres of Antioquia, Haciendanopolis. It's not a home, it's a monument to your ego. At the gates, the plane that carried your first shipment. Inside, a private zoo. Elephants, giraffes, hippos. You brought them from Africa because in your world, the word impossible doesn't exist. Here, you are God. You throw feasts where champagne flows from fountains. But you are smart. You build houses for the poor. You build soccer fields and clinics. In the slums of Medellin, they paint your face on the walls. They call you Papa Pablo. You buy the love of the people because you know that a loyal crowd is a human shield. The FBI can catch a criminal, but they can't catch a saint. But money isn't enough. You want the elite, the ones who looked down on you, to kiss your ring. 1982. You become a member of the Colombian Congress. You walk into the chamber in an expensive suit, smiling like a shark. You thought you bought the country, but the Minister of Justice, Rodrigo Lara Bonilla, defies you. He exposes you on the national stage. Your political dreams burn down in a single night. And this is where Pablo the Builder dies. Pablo the Destroyer is born. You order the hit. Bonilla is gunned down in his car. You've opened the gates of hell. Colombia plunges into a war the world has never seen. Plata o plomo. Silver or lead. It's your religion. You corrupt everything, from the street cop to the Supreme Court. Those who don't take the silver get the lead. But the government signs an extradition treaty with the U.S. Extradition is the only word that makes you sweat. You say, better a grave in Colombia than a cell in the U.S. You begin the terror. You bomb the DAS headquarters, 700 kilos of dynamite. You blow up Avianca Flight 203, killing 107 innocent people just to target one politician. You pay guerrillas to storm the Palace of Justice and burn your files. You are no longer just a criminal, you are a shadow state. You are cornered, but you still dictate the terms. You agree to go to prison, but only the one you build yourself. La Catedral. It's a 5-star hotel. Jacuzzis, soccer fields, the best chefs. You run your empire from a golden throne inside a cell. You kill your partners, the Moncada and Galeano brothers, inside the prison walls because they dared to question your tax. When the government finally tries to move you, you simply walk out the back door. The prison was never a cage. It was a fortress. Now you are a hunted beast. It's everyone against you. The Colombian army, the CIA, the DEA, and Los Pepes, a death squad funded by your rivals. They burn your farms. They kill your men. Your billions become useless paper. Remember the night in the mountains when your daughter was shivering? You built a fire using $2 million in cold hard cash. That is the most expensive bonfire in human history. In that moment, you realize power is an illusion when you have nowhere to get warm. December 2, 1993, your 44th birthday. You are alone. Your army is gone. Your family is held by the government in a hotel. You call your son. You know the line is tapped. You know they are listening. You just wanted to hear his voice one last time. The special forces break down the door. You run across the orange-tiled rooftops in your socks. You, the man who owned the world, are now just a barefoot fugitive. Crack. 1 shot. 2. You collapse. Your blood drains into the gutters of Medellin. You are dead. The soldiers take photos with your body like you're a hunted lion. You died with nothing but the clothes on your back. Open your eyes. You are back. You aren't on a roof in Medellin. The story of Pablo Escobar isn't a celebration of crime. It's the anatomy of a catastrophe. He showed that the will of one man could bring a nation to its knees. He proved that between poverty and a throne, there is only your resolve. But he also showed the end game. When you build an empire on blood, it will inevitably bury you. Pablo wanted love, but found only terror. He wanted power, but became a slave to his own shadow. Now look at yourself. Are you afraid to start your business? Afraid to risk comfort for a dream? Afraid to step out of the shadows while your life passes you by? You don't need to build a drug empire, but you need to take one thing from Escobar: his absolute primal conviction that the world belongs to him. Stop being a spectator. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission. Build your empire on knowledge, discipline, and iron will. You are watching the day of power. We don't teach you to be criminals. We teach you to be masters of your fate. Pablo Escobar died a pauper with billions in the bank. Don't repeat his mistake. Become powerful within, and the world will bow to you. Your move.